It's beginning to look a lot like Advent. Hi, my loves. This is Raven from Raven's Reviews, and welcome back to my channel. So today is day 6, and that means tomorrow we are already halfway through the Advent Calendar series. That is so insane to even be able to say, but the 12 Days of Glam has become a tradition in my household. So I'm so excited to be able to unveil a new nail art design every day until we get to day 12. After that, I will not only be doing an overview on everything that was found in this box, but I'll be doing a special set that's a combination of as many of the goodies as possible. Now, without further ado, let's get into day number 6. Now, I had a feeling in my bones, I even said it at the start of the series, that I was going to kind of unbox a polish here, a product here, until we reach day 6. And then upon that magical day, we were going to start doing nail art with the goodies, now that we kind of have a larger amount of Advent Calendar specific goods. Well, me oh my, day 6 did not disappoint. Now, I was already swooning over the adorable champagne glasses. This box was giving me New Year's realness, but I love it because it isn't a Christmas celebration or feast without clinking glasses with your loved ones. So first of all, the packaging, mwah, chef's kiss, and unlike last year, they made sure to let us know that this is a cat eye. So it was insane. Last year, I read the specs of the box, and it had said there was cat eyes, and there's never been cat eyes before in any Advent calendar. So I was freaking out. And if it wasn't for Sister Gina, I don't even know if I would have realized then and there. Because when I read the specs, I don't know if my brain just went, what? No, that cannot be. But I didn't realize there was cat eyes, and I was doing the live. And she quickly wrote, she's like, it doesn't state which one, but make sure you're aware that there's cat eyes in this Advent calendar. And I lost it. So fast forward a year later, I was very excited when I read that not 1, not 2, but 3 cat eyes. And I didn't realize there was also going to be that 3, see, now I'm just 3, the 2-in-1 magnetic chrome. So I am just blown away already by this box. This is more than worth the amount. And also, y'all, they still have 70% off this box. So before it sells out, if you love what you've been seeing so far, I would grab this. I would literally just grab it alone for that magnetic powder. I'm still like gasping over that. I swear, all of a sudden my brain starts short-circuiting because it was just pure magic. Speaking of magic, this Ruby Bells, oh my Lanta. This is the thing of cat eye dreams. I cannot get over how bright. This is definitely a ruby red polish, and it was giving me all of the Wizard of Oz. These were Nessa's shoes, and I was like, damn baby, no wonder Bach was dancing up with you at that dance, because them shoes. So we are traveling on the ruby red road to all of the festive glam. So now that we played around and I got to kind of see the dark jelly undertones and the bright, bright shifts of this cat eye, I wanted to go straight into a look. Now, I'm sure if you've been following this day by day, you have heard me continuously talk about snowflakes. I think more than any holiday design, I go goo-goo for plaid and snowflakes. So you already know there's going to be plaid and snowflakes this year, because why not? That is like the recipe of fall magic for me. So we are going to not only cure this, but I'm actually going to be putting a velvet matte top coat so that we have a really nice velvet finish. And I'm only curing, so I'm doing the 2 coats regular for a full 60 seconds. Then I'm going in with the velvet matte, And I'm only curing that for 10 seconds because I'm going to be using their pressed pigment palette, and I'm actually going to press and burnish in some white pigment powder because I want it to look like a frosty situation. And I think a lot of the time when people do cat eye designs, they go right for glossy, and I think matte gets overlooked. And the dimension that cat eye creates already is insane. But when you matte it, when the light hits it in certain ways, it's just, mwah. You're gonna see it in just a moment. And I'm so madly in love with the look. I am gonna also show you in the corner, I recently did a set for a client with ruby thorns, and this was from it was a cat eye, it was from their Halloween collection, and I really find it's reminiscent of this, so I'll quickly show that. But I am so in love with this glitter cat eye, the jelly dark reds and just the bright shifts, especially when you stack it, because then you really get this jelly red magic. Oh, I am just so in love, and this is definitely the color of the season. I kind of love this because anybody that might not have seen the tutorial with the red cat eye that I did the French tips, this was basically like a blinged out holiday glam set. But for anybody that hasn't seen it, it's kind of like you get 2 tutorials in one, because you not only get the sexy French cat eye magic, but you also get to see a snowflake tutorial. So you get a little bit of everything over here at Raven's Nail Bar and Raven's Reviews. So I did quickly grab the dotting tool from Madame Glam, and a couple years ago I actually did a pictorial of how to do a few different snowflakes. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I was very proud of the pictures and the step-by-step I was able to do, and it is on my Instagram if anybody wants to save it for future inspiration. I really love going back to that and looking at it because it's a really nice breakdown on how to create snowflakes. So in the picture breakdown, I did one less of the lines, if that makes sense, on the snowflake, but I just thought we're just gonna do an extra one and just make it extra dynamic, and I am so happy with how it turned out. Personally, there's this kind of like dotacure snowflake that I see going around a lot, but if you just spend a little bit of time learning different snowflakes, it's like people. Each one is so unique and you can have fun with it, and it doesn't matter if they don't match. It's just, I don't know how to describe it, but it just, for me, it's line work heaven. I just feel blissed out when painting these snowflakes, and I could literally just do an entire set of snowflakes because small, big, don't matter. It just gives me all of the bliss. And it's actually so funny. I have a few stamping plates with snowflakes, and I haven't even been able to use them because I'm just wanting to paint them all over the like all over the place, all over town. So I am definitely gonna have to stamp my little heart's content as well. And speaking of that, actually, I got invited to do a collab where it was a first impressions collab, kind of like Night at the Improv, where you get to pick an artist and you get to do a video in their style, kind of like a channel takeover. So I got to do Sandra Sparkly Sets, one of my nail idols, and nail sister, so I was just geeking out, so excited. If you have not seen that video, speaking of all the snowflakes, because there's a lot of stamping of snowflakes, please run on over to my channel, which you're already here. And it's called Whose Channel Did I Take Over? It's a First Impressions collab hosted by Kira Creations. Please check it out. The video is so much fun, and I was just geeking over how pretty that set turned out. But thank you for coming in to this snowflake tutorial and unboxing of day 6. And if you'd like any more detailed videos of snowflakes, please let me know, because you don't have to threaten me with a good time. I will gladly do a more detailed, slowed down version of how I do snowflakes and different snowflakes. But I just appreciate you guys so much for coming in every day of this Advent Calendar series. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you're having the most magical holiday season.